Oh. I super glued the paper to it. So that's not ideal. Other places where we can bring you specifications you can relate to so you can have an educated decision on your purchases. We're going to be installing this little thing here. There's the CME Compression Made Easy by Justin over at OCD4EDC. So he designed it up, was testing it, his little test bed, and this is what he came up with for the last design of it. So it's being CNC'd. This one is going to be blue and black. So if you can see it there, it's a layered blue and black G10. So that's what it has there. It also has a little shelf. So when you're actually installing it, then this just lands onto your compression lock. So it actually makes it easy to line up when you glue it together. So we're going to have probably a little bit of jump cuts and everything for this, but that's going to be what it is. Also, there's the Blue Jean micarta from Knives Plus, if you're interested in that. So this is going to be what we're going to do for that. So this is the little package you get. So OCD4EDC. So this is the email address you're going to email if you do want to order any of these. So info@ocd4edc.com. That's the email address. So $25 shipping in the US. So I did buy these, or this. I did buy this. So this is a very cool one. I only have 2 Spydercos. I have the Para 3, and then I have a Delica. So that's all I have. So this is what's going to go on there. So I did buy this little piece here. So we're going to see how it works. Normally the compression locks are good right-handed, but if you're left-handed like Justin, you're going to be kind of squeezing like this, which isn't great. Not a very good hold on it. Otherwise you're going to be kind of two-handed, which kind of takes away from the point of a compression lock. It's a strong lock, but it's also a good fidget factor for it, and that's what is kind of liked with that. So that's what you're going to get there. So we're going to see what we do for the video. We'll see if we jump cut or not. Might not, but probably when this is drying, maybe so. So the first things you're going to do, he has the video for it. So this is going to be a little card that you get, or a little piece of paper, which also acts as a shim. So you can actually put it in between the actual scale and the CME to actually have a little bit of clearance on it so it doesn't rub or get knocked off or something. But he said it's really strong as far as it goes because he's been using it for some time on his personal knife before he brought it out to the market. So that's going to be what you're going to do for the installation, or if you want to learn more about it, see the little CNC video I think he has on there as well. So we're going to get this, a regular alcohol wipe. So we're going to clean this part first. That's where it's going to be sitting. So we'll clean that off. Don't touch that anymore. And we'll clean this part here. This is basically where it's going to be mounting to the knife. And then I don't really have anything too dirty on there. But you want to make sure that all the oils are gone, so when you actually do mount it, it has a good surface to mate to. So that should be good. And we'll let that dry for a moment. So the little thing that you get with it, so you do get a little pouch. So these are all the different stickers that he has as well. So you might get some of those in the pack. But I've had some from before in talking with them. And then these are kind of a few different designs there. So you can look at those as well as far as what those look like. Move that down slightly. But there's a little one-time use super glue that you'll get with it. So if you do want to take it off, and like if you sell the knife or anything else, or you make a mistake on it, you can take it off, but then he said you do need to disassemble the knife to do that and use maybe a soldering iron to add some heat to actually melt this. I think you just turn this on there. I'm pretty sure you do. So let's get the paper done. So paper, so two parts for the paper. So it does have the website, so you can actually go to it and actually see what it looks like. But it also is your shim. So wrap it around your finger, just so it has a little bit of bow to it. So a little bit of ribbon style there. So it's going to go basically right in here when we install it. So we'll get this, see how well this works on it. Screw that on. You hit a little piece open, which is good. Get this. We'll drop a few little dots on it. Get that in focus, 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 focus. Okay. Ooh, that might be a little bit more than necessary. So I'll get this, put it in there. Hold that on there for a moment. Well, that sets up. So this should make it very useful right or left-handed. So right-handed folks, you don't have much of an issue anyway, but it's still a little bit easier to have something protruding a little bit, because when this actually is open, this is not flush with the scale. It does pop open a little bit, which helps to get that disengagement. So we'll see if that's, yep, I think that's set up there pretty well. So we're going to let that dry. Hopefully I didn't glue the paper to it. I may glue the paper to it. We'll see what that turns out in a little bit. I don't want to take it off without. Oh. I super glued the paper to it. So that's not ideal. Oh well. I will take that off in a little bit. So something that can happen with it, don't use too much super glue. You can super glue the paper to the actual device, which isn't great. But I'll mess with that later. Let's jump cut. I'll try and fix that. Be right back. Well, that does look better. It still has some paper glued to the bottom because I did super glue the paper to the CME. So I did clean that up a little bit, but they'll probably wear off over time of using it. And basically only you and I know it's there. So most folks that pick it up will not see the paper glued to the bottom of it. But that's where it's going to work. Oops. Well, for right or left. Nice. So if you have a compression lock, if you're left-handed, if you just like fidgeting with your knife, this would probably be a pretty good option for you, and it kind of matches pretty well, I think, with this knife as well. So, but that is the CME. Let me know what you guys think about it. As far as your thoughts, human error, don't glue your paper to your CME. Use a little bit less super glue that comes with it, which is that little guy. So it is good super glue. It did stick. It stuck. But we'll see how everything works out. But that's about all I have to say about that one today.